Hey guys, welcome to another Tardis building video. This one's going to be a little bit short, but also a little bit showy. It's been a kind of a crazy couple weeks here, so I haven't really had a lot to show build-wise. I wish I had more to show. However, what I've got done so far, you can see here, these panels there. Each of the actual top drawers are basically framed in. This one has some rings on it here, but this is those. So this is like, they're not actually attached yet. But what this is the entire drawer. Now you can see it's a little bit low here. That's because the bottom is not actually installed yet. So that is the next step, actually, to make my bottom drawers. And we did do a couple tests. I'm not sure if I showed it in a previous video, but I have some tests here that I did. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work out, but we do have everything set up to get started on putting the panels in. One thing you're gonna see here is a couple videos of the fact that I went back and did the remaining CNC cutting over at FabLab in Vancouver, and I got a lot done. Pretty much every CNC thing is now complete. I even made pockets for all the CNC pieces, or the laser pieces rather, and I have a lot of the stuff ready to go to start building and putting in parts. So one thing you're gonna really wanna pay attention here is I've actually put some pockets in. Now the pockets allow them just to kind of nestle in, like set in, and this will give it extra stability. Even though I still have to cut away a few things in order to make the controls fit. But overall, I'm really excited. So I hope you guys are enjoying seeing these. Finally, everything's cut out. I have some of my panels as I just showed there, they're right there. It's really cool to finally have this like this. It was a bigger process if you watched my previous videos where I actually had to get it all done in a certain way. So this time, I'm happier, it's better. But I have something really cool to show you. So as I'm gonna cut here, you're gonna see some control test fits. Hey guys, just so you can actually see what we got going on here, there's just a few panels that I've done, a little bit of test cuts and a little bit of test pieces just to kind of go over with you guys so you can kind of see the updates. There's still a lot of planning I have to do with this, including prepping and painting and gluing. Some of these things are just kind of like in there for now. But you can get an idea about where I'm at, which is great. So for instance, I had all these custom machined and this was all lasered in, so these are nice and straight. All these switches are gonna be so much fun to click because they will turn on the light above it. I'm really excited. The scale on these look really good. I'll have to obviously print the remainder of them, but I think they look great on this particular one. And of course, this just looks so good. We have this guy here. This is on the top of the oval panel. Now this one's neat because they have flat switches, but they're on, off, on. So these ones down here, these are on, off. So, right? They just flick. They're ones that most people are familiar with. These ones can go both directions. So it's on that way and on that way. And they'll turn on the lights like these that are underneath. I'm really excited about this. This panel is also mostly complete. I love it. These I had to kind of make do. These are some Chinese or AliExpress gauges that I made a shell for to have the same kind of look as they're supposed to. We have these dials. We have these buttons that are still too clean. These switches. The big red button will go here. I'm still working out how that's gonna be mounted. And then of course these. Now this is, again, they're just all kind of sitting in here, but it does sit really well. But these will all pop out. So it's great. I'm really excited about how this is gonna go. I don't know what this panel is gonna do specifically aside from these are gonna light up. These might end up doing something, and one of these hopefully will make this bounce back and forth. Jumping over here, we have this panel. Now what's cool about this panel is it's pretty much done. These go in there really nicely. I just have to screw them in at the back. In here goes these sliders, which I know I promised to do a video on soon, and I promise to still do it, but I'm really happy with how these look. I did make a mistake on this, but I cut the space to be the base of this, but not including these guys, which end up being wider than the basic base. So goof up on my part, but easy to fix. Unfortunately, I just have to kind of deal with that. So then we have these ones here, which, as I've mentioned, I think in previous videos, they're supposed to be 4, but now I'm just using 3, and they work really great. These will have lights here, and these will have some of those switches that are kind of like on that other one over there. But this is great. They're going where they're supposed to. One thing I'm going to do is there's no holes here, if you've noticed. So what I'm doing, I was purposefully doing that so that I can make sure I anchor these after. I just wanted to make sure everything was going to fit first. Which I'm kind of glad at, because these ones, when I made them, these holes ended up being a little way bigger than needed to be for these screws here. So, you know, you live and learn, you work it all out. I just don't want to have to, you know, recut every time I'm doing something. These not the last two that I want to show today. For Testfits, this is one of my custom panels for my custom telepathic circuit panel. Extra keys from the same keyboard where that is from, including my favorite remover button. Don't use that unless in emergencies. These will have some lights. So we have these guys here. Now these guys are the same ones that are on this panel here. Actually, these ones are just red. I'm probably gonna keep these ones blue. I have to paint them red because they didn't make red. But then I have these, which are just like the Tom Baker wooden console. And they're just super satisfying. And they will light up when you click them. So I'm really happy and excited for that. And the last panel to show you guys is this one. Now this one is one of, again, the custom ideas. I have a lot still to add to this. There's some pieces that I don't even have on this that I actually still currently have. Like there's gonna be some chicken switches here. I want to test to make sure these went in there, or these guys here especially. There's one on each side. We have my DAC-Con elapsed time. These are buttons. They will be buttons hopefully to work. There's keyboard buttons that go in here that are similar to these. This will be a slider like in the classic Tardises. We have these guys here that will spin, and we'll have lights just like on the other parts of the console to kind of tie it all still good. I'm really excited with how these are all looking. My test panel is really fun to stick some of these in to kind of see how they go, including how I got this is probably the panel I have the most stuff ready for, but I have my, you know, my radio, and of course this panel here that sits basically there. And we'll grab this guy out. Even though this is just kind of putting them on top, but it'll give you guys an idea of how far this is coming along. So I'm really excited. Like, we're getting there. We're getting panels. We're going to be able to go do what we need to do. Like, how much fun is this going to be when it's all done? So there you guys go, a little bit of an update of what's been going on the last couple weeks. I know the videos have been kind of sparse. I think it's been 3 weeks since I put up one. I've been working on stuff. I've been trying to get things done. It's just, the times are kind of sporadic and they're so, like a couple hours here, a couple hours there. So not really enough to make content on. At the end of it, obviously, yes. So I'm looking forward to giving you guys a better update in the coming weeks as we start actually building the top panels. And then of course, putting these together so you can actually see controls and stuff. I'm really excited to share this with you guys. Anyway, if you guys have any questions or comments, please ask me down below. I'm going to have some more videos. I actually have some more reviews coming up, so I can't wait to actually get back into the content aspect of this channel. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for following me, for offering suggestions, for helping me behind the scenes. Make sure you check me out on Instagram and Facebook if you want to see things more as they come, because I've been updating those. It's easier to update a couple pictures here and there. So check me out there. The links are in the description. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for liking. And as always, thanks for watching.